This could be good for me. Lately I was feeling.
Hi there, this is Mike Mikos here. Today the subject is about 3D modeling. So I have a small closet, and you remember that closet in the 80s? You know, we got fabrics on it, and it was really thin. So and you have this part, plastic part. That was not that solid, you know. So the thing is, I had to make another one. So sorry, I don't have it with me now, but what I have is the one I have made. So it looks like this. And to do this, I had to take the other one and use the caliper. So the caliper to measure it. So here I have a schematic here of what I did. So we got a 3D view here. It comes like this. So you can see it. And you can see it like this. So it goes to 38 millimeters here, 70 millimeters here. And when you look at it like this, the diameter is 20 millimeters. It's like 10 millimeters for the radius. And inside hole is like 16 millimeters. So having this, so we try to go on the 3D modeler software. So we use an open source one. It's called Freecad, so you can download it online. I also have a couple of videos on it on the channel, so you can go ahead and check them. So if you haven't used Freecad before, so let's start from there. So here we are, guys. Let's get started. So when you download Freecad, this is where you will arrive when you download Freecad. So this is the home page, and as I mentioned, if you have not used Freecad before, you can double check in the description. I have a couple of tutorials on it that I have made before. We're pretty simple. It starts from the beginning, so you can start from there. So let's get started. So we go to the workbenches, and we show start. So from start, so you remember, okay, here we go. After that, you click on new file, create a new project. So this is where we will appear. So I really like to have the coordinates X, Y, and Z. That's really nice to makes it easier for me. So you go to view and toggle axis cross. So it goes like this. There we go. So we need 3 cylinders. So we are in part, we already have them here. So we can click on one here. So it's on Z, as you can see, it's on Z. So what we saw before, the diameter, we click on it, and the height was 38 millimeters. Okay, there we go, 38 millimeter. Okay, what's going on? I got some issues with my keypad, but I fixed that pretty quick. 38 millimeter and diameter of 20 millimeters. So it means it's 10 millimeter radius. So there we go. We got it like this. And I want a cylinder on X and similar on Y too. So what I do, I double click here and I copy it. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. Oh, just click on that sometime. You don't need to. So let me change the name of this one. This one is rename. This one is Z. Okay. This one gonna be X. Rename X. Boom. So I'm on X. So we try to. So you can see the axis here, and underneath you can see the one we just created. It is small, so it's included inside of it. So we try to move, to make a rotation. But before that, let's change the radius. Radius is 10 millimeters. I don't know what's going on with my keypad. 10 millimeters and 38 millimeters. Okay, there we go. We're good here. So we want it to turn on on the X axis to have it on Y. Okay. So I put that one, the Z axis at 0, and I want it to turn on X. So I put it here, 1. And let's see how it goes now. Let's put 90 degree. Okay. I want to turn the other way, so I put minus 90 degree. This is where I want it to go. Okay, there we go. And okay, let me zoom out. You see, start looking a little bit what we want. Now let me add another one. Oh, let me click here. Let me rename it. So its name, we got X, Y, and we need Y. There we go. There you are, Y. And radius is 10 millimeter. So I can put the schematic for you underneath on the bottom right, so you can see it. And the height is 38 millimeter. There we go. And this is for X, Y, is for Y. And I want to change the placement of where it's located. Go to axis, and let me see which axis I'm supposed to. I want it to turn on Y, so I need to put Y at 1. Okay. I want it to turn on Y, so I want Y at 1. Okay, we're still good here. There we go. So how does it look like? Isn't it pretty? Yeah. So we started doing a good job. So but we may need to push it a little bit further there, so we can make the whole that comes here, so you can see on the picture here. And yeah, so we may need to move it a little. So let me choose this one, Z. I want to move Z on the Z axis, of course. How do we do that? Let me up. Placement, position, Z. Let's go maybe minus 10. That's Z. It was not Z. That's Y. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, minus 10. Let me have a look. More or less this. Minus 10. And I want to do the same for all of them. So let me change the view. You can see where it is. It's kind of here. So I want it to arrive till there. So let's do that. I put it's on Y. This one is on Y. You can see here. Have a look here. It's on Y. So it's gonna be Y is on this way. I want it to be minus 10. There we go. How does it look like? Okay, let me do Y. Y is on X. And if I need to change them, I can change them. Don't worry about this. Y is on X. Minus 10. I think it's been moved a little bit too much. Let me try to. Okay. Okay. There we go. That's okay. And this is. Let me see how it goes here. Okay, so we don't need to be that perfect. We can change that. We can make it a bit softer. I can show you how to do that. Or we can put it back a little in. But in our case, we don't especially need that. So now that we've made the main form. So now we may need to create the holes in it. So there we go. We got the holes. It goes like this. So we need to show the holes like this one. Let's go choose for Z. That's Z. Let's start with Z. So we click on the circle here, and we change the workbench. We go to part design. We take a little while. computer is kind of hold to. When you're right here, we click here on create a sketch, create a new sketch, and we're right here. And in the tools, the workbench, we choose create a circle here. There we go. Create a circle, and I click on the circle. I click on the middle of the origin, and on the circle, and you go here. What does it say? Create a coincident constraint. Click on that. So you put it in the middle of it. And if I remember, if everything is correct, it was a 60mm diameter. And let me click on this. I click on the circle. Go back here, and I click on fix the radius. And 60mm, so it means it's 8mm for the diameter, for the radius. Okay. So now what I need to make a hole. This is what I need now. So I click on close here, and after that you got the different tools here. We got extrusion here, rotation here, and we got here to create the hole. I don't remember the name. It's been a long time I've used it, but I think it's extrusion. Okay, so that's it. You click on that, guys, and if you look at on the schematic, it was 16 or 17 millimeter or for the depth. So I click here on 16. And you can even try 17. I think it was 17. So have a look inside. It's pretty clean. Yeah, it's pretty clean. I click on OK. So I've done it for Z. Now let me click on this one now. What happened with X? Okay. So that's Y. Click on Y. I click on create a sketch on Y. And we do the same thing as before. We go back here. We want to create a circle. Okay. I click on the middle of the origin here. It's for X. In the middle of the circle. And go back here, create a constraint. A coincident constraint. There you go. It goes in the middle. I click on the circle. Click here. And there we go. Put 8mm. Boom. There we go. And now we want to create a hole too. And I go back here. I use the same tool. Create a pocket. It will be 60mm. Okay. So let me show you how it goes. Okay. You can see here sometimes the software is kind of malicious. Yeah, you need some time to do that. I don't know what happened, but it does that sometimes. So we got one more missing, and there we go. And this one is for Z. Oh, okay, it's okay. Alright, this one is for Z, and I click create a new sketch. Click on the circle here. There we go. Click on this and this up. Put the circle in the middle. I click on the circle now, and let me adjust the radius. It's gonna be 8mm. There we go. And we do the same thing as before. We create a hole of 17mm. There we go. We go here. 17mm. Okay. There we go. There it is. But as we saw before, we still need to make a hole here. I can show you something that will happen, but it's just to show you. And I click on the circle. I click on the middle of the origin. And on the circle. And you go here. What does it say? Create a coincident constraint. Click on that. So you put it in the middle of it. And if I remember, if everything is correct, it was a 60mm diameter. and let me click on this. I click on the circle, go back here, and I click on fix the radius, and 60 millimeters, so it means it's 8 millimeter for the diameter, for the radius. Okay, so now what I need to make a hole. This is what I need now. So I click on close here, and after that you got the different tools here. We got extrusion here, rotation here, and we got here to create the hole. I don't remember the name. It's been a long time I've used it, but I think it's extrusion. Okay, so that's it. You click on that, guys, and if you look at on the schematic, it was 16 or 17 millimeter or for the depth. So I click here on 16, and you can even try 17. I think it was 17. So have a look inside. It's pretty clean. Yeah, it's pretty clean. I click on OK. So I've done it for Z. Now let me click on this one now.